Sakona nimzansi kama namudalitsini mabilane chekwana mogadi wa magobela skobis mangolwane bafethu mpelo ungakaphileli fandafu ngisemakhazeni lana ngizochecka climate machine cela introduce.
Thank you guys for having me. My name is Bonkosi Clement Mashinini, a local resident of Emakhazeni and a chairperson of Emakhazeni Unemployed Graduates Organization. And thanks for having me.
Alright then. So, Clement, I want to what made you start this organization?
Look, this organization was actually started in 2017 after I came back from Joburg, where I was an intern at the Gauteng office of the Premier, Mr. Makura. And when I got back, I realized that we have a number of graduates, but they were actually not recognized. And a number of these employers actually thought that we do not have graduates. And there were a number of structures that were fighting for unemployed people, but graduates were actually left out. So that's how this organization was actually started.
Oh, all right, yeah. So what's different about your organization from other organizations of Emakhazeni?
Yes, no, thanks for that question. What's different with this organization is that we specifically focus on the needs of Emakhazeni graduates, and by Emakhazeni I mean all the 4 towns, which is Belfast, Dalstroom, Waterfall Boven, and Machado Doro. But over and above that, we are not a recruitment agency. We don't take CVs of graduates, but instead what we do is we have a database that we use where we profile all the graduates, their information, what they've done, in which institution, and as and when opportunities become available, in our local mines, and then they would normally request us that we share the database with them so that they can see what kind of skills that do we have locally.
Okay. Yeah, that's tough, it's the first time we introduce an intellect guy. So that's what's happening. But tell us, what are your future plans? Yeah, what's in
Yes, no, look, our plans, for the future is that we want to profile all the 4 towns so that we have an idea in terms of how many graduates do we have locally, but also we want to look at the type of skills that we have, at Emakhazeni. But we want to take a step further. We had a conversation, with the members, and we decided that we also want to take it to at a high school level. And the reason for that is because there's a deficit in terms of engineering skills at Emakhazeni, your ICT skills and your finance skills. So you find that most of these mines, the skills, the critical skills that they are looking for are not available at Emakhazeni. So we suggested that we need to start with the root cause of this. Let's go back to the kids at school and actually empower them and advise them and guide them to actually take courses that are relevant and that are in demand and that will actually align them with these mines.
Yeah, that's deep, Joe. So, the organization, what kind of support does it need?
No, thanks, man. Look, our support is actually quite simple. The kind of support that we require. We would love, to collaborate with all the major employers at Emakhazeni, but specifically the mines. And the reason why I'm actually saying the mines, I had an opportunity to go through the municipality's integrated development plan, which is known as the IDP, and I realized that the mines actually play a very huge role. They contribute a lot in terms of our economy. So if we could actually collaborate with them, I think we could actually have a greater impact. We could have a greater impact. But also, look, if they come on board, currently we have a sports academy, which is an international facility that is being built. So we need to start preparing the kids who are going to actually run that sports facility. We need to start grooming our own so that we can have people who are going to be administrators there, your sports management people, your trainers and whatsoever.
Yeah. So, so do you see yourself helping out of Emakhazeni, helping other people out of Emakhazeni?
No, yes, look, the kind of help that we provide is not only limited to Emakhazeni. I do assist, other graduates from other areas. I mean, I studied in in Joburg. I spent 8 years, in Joburg, and I still have friends who are graduates and who are still unemployed, to this date. And as and when there are opportunities in various institutions, I do share with them, and I also provide guidance in terms of how should they go about, trying to secure opportunities, and how should they actually prepare themselves for interviews, and how to actually write professional CVs. So that's the kind of support that I provide outside of Emakhazeni, to people who are graduates and that are actually, affiliated with us.
Oh, that's kind of support you're giving out of Emakhazeni. You're not giving that support in Emakhazeni.
No. We are providing that support. Emakhazeni, in fact, what we have done is we have had 2 sessions where graduates of Emakhazeni were equipped with job hunting skills. And that program was actually funded by Belfast Coal, and we are forever grateful for that. And I think that's a start. That's a step in the right direction.
Okay, with Clement Mashinini. This guy is intellect guys. Nami nje ntitegile nankona kona, but siyabuhi. We are back with Clement Mashinini from Emakhazeni Unemployment Graduate Organization. So, Clement, we need database. So far, how many people have you helped, or any success stories? No more how many people you've helped, but tell us about the success stories.
Okay. No, look, thanks. Can I start in the beginning? When we first approached Exaro, when it was still here at NBC, we learned that their internships were actually coordinated at the head office level. So these internships were not coordinated at a BU level, and most of these opportunities would be given to their PITs, and their PITs, it's people that have benefited from their bursaries. And we approached them and we said, no, look, we do have graduates locally who went to school using their own money or using their parents' money, and who could actually fit into your value chain. And they acknowledged that, look, we did not see that, but we'll actually try and correct it. And for us, that was a major achievement. And after that, things started materializing. Various local people were given opportunities, to participate in their internship program. But also what we have had is that we were approached by Universal. They wanted kids that did not have any financial sponsorship, but it was a one-off thing. And they paid for a number of students. One is actually doing mining engineering at Wits, and the others are doing finance in other institutions, and they paid for them. And for us, those are the success stories. It means we are actually headed in the right direction. It means this thing might not actually materialize now the way we actually want it, but eventually we will actually get there.
Yeah. So, Clement Mashinini. If you need any help from Clement Mashinini, tell us, brah. Any social media platform that you're using or anything.
Okay, that's fine. Facebook, I'm Clement Fanasi Mashinini, and my email address is clementmashinini, one word, @gmail.com.
Yeah, so you are really helping people of Emakhazeni, and now as one of graduates as Emakhazeni, I'm actually send izinto zami to this guy bafethu yabona ukuthi nami mhlawumbe ngasiza somewhere and somehow yabo ngasizakala I mean. So siyabonga ku Clement Mashinini ukuthi abe nathi lana ku MP Drive through.
Thank you.